Hi everyone, so today we have some juicy tea. Like some juicy tea. I don't know why I said it in that accent, it's so embarrassing. While some enjoy tea, I enjoy Red Bull. So we have an update on what's happening with Tati and James, and you know what? I'm happy for them. Or am I? Is it a setup? Is it a plan? Are they fooling us? Let's get into it. Ta-da! I'm feeling so chaotic. Not to be rude, but... Okay, so Tati and James have just followed each other on social media, like, at the same time and followed each other back, and it's very much so like, why are they doing it now if they've supposedly been friends for a while, sources are saying. What's the significance of doing it now, but also the fact they did it at the same time means they're talking behind the scenes, in my opinion, and it's kind of like, shit, is something gonna happen? Like, are they getting together now to publicly be able to defend each other? Does this mean Jeffrey's dropping a video? Holy shit. So as always, I reached out to my subscribers for their opinion on what's happening because everyone thinks this is kind of weird because they could have refollowed each other ages ago if they are supposedly talking behind the scenes. What's the significance of doing it now? And it's not like one of them followed each other and then the other did it the next day. They did it like at the same time. So I asked what your opinion was, and I'm gonna get through them, say your opinion, then I'll talk about your opinions, and then I'll say my opinion. You know what? A lot to dissect. They're gonna work together to take down Jar Jar Sprinkles and Shiny Disgusting. The fucking nickname. The power move of the century, but to be honest, I'm happy they're on somewhat of good terms. But honestly, I feel like they were always good for each other. I do agree, but that video Tati did was like, ooh, let's like, she's not the victim, come on. She was still manipulated in my opinion, but you know, she still did the video. I like that they're friends again. James really was the bigger person, I have to say, he really was. She really did him dirty and tried to ruin his career, so proud of him. I really don't like how Tati threw James under the bus, but I hope she apologized and Tati was able to understand James and vice versa. Yeah, I hope, and I think what is happening here is that they finally moved on, but it's kind of weird in the current Dramageddon 3 situation that they would do something like this because they know that every single post they make and every single interaction on social media will be watched with spectacles on, you know, like we're all watching so close. In my opinion, it proves that Tati owned up to her stuff and she's telling the truth about being manipulated by Jar Jar and Shame. It's just the nicknames y'all came up with. They're so good. I'm sure Shane and Jeffrey are pissed AF, though I don't support it. It's their choice to keep their differences aside. Yeah, can you imagine, like, someone said this was a power move. Can you imagine being Shane and Jeffrey right now? Like, you're seeing the fact that the people you tried to go against are now teaming up, like you and your other person did. So like Shane and Jeffrey, and now it's like Tati and James, like they're teaming up whenever it was always Tati against James. Now they're together, like, oh shit. Can you imagine the stuff they're saying? Like, that is a power team in my opinion. They have the power to do anything they want. Can you imagine they do a collab sitting down exposing? Ooh, I need to cheers to that thought. Cheers. I'm happy they're trying to put everything in the past and become friends again. Yeah, I do agree. I just hope nothing happens between them again. I think Tati has learned her lesson. I hope she has. That's neat. Forgiveness is hard, but I'm glad he did it. Yeah, it really shows his character and the fact that he is the bigger person in this situation. I'm glad she owned up to her mistakes and personally apologized to James. I do agree, and I think I'm happy she did it publicly after she did it privately. It's a little bit more sincere. They're just messing around. It's obviously they're trying to work things out between each other. I'm actually kind of glad they're friends again, but it's a little bit shady. Jafar Smellyfish is gonna see this and maybe tell Shane, and Shane might freak. Yeah, Shane will do another Instagram live and we know how that went. Oof. This girl is a manipulator, she is a... That live stream was so... Oh, Jesus. You're fake crying! You're fake crying! Oh, God. I'm glad they're friends again. I'm shook. I'm glad they made up. I don't know, but we stan. Do we? I'm just glad she's sorry to James and that they finally made amends. I'm happy for them. I think their friendship was genuine. Tati was manipulated, but if James can forgive, then I think we all should. Yeah, and I agree with that. Who are we to say that we can't accept Tati's apology if the person she apologized to is accepting it? You know what I mean? If James accepted it, why can't we? And why aren't you? Seems weird. Someone said, think I'm here for it, but I don't really know. It's like all of us. We don't know what to trust. As long as they've cleared things up personally between each other, I feel it's no one else's business to intervene. And also, they might team up and go for Shane and Jeffrey. Please. That would be everything. I hope they can get together and film a video clearing up everything and the beauty world can go back to normal without Shame and Jafar Sparkle Toes. Sparkle Toes? That's a new one. Seems like Tati said the truth in her last video. If James forgave her, then how are we supposed to believe Shane saying she lied? Someone said I don't have an opinion of it. Maybe it's because I'm an elder millennial. There seems to be so much weight on following. Please explain. And then someone responded saying re-following one another implies approval and mended fences. Now I do agree, and it is a statement. Because they're following each other again. It does mean something. These beauty gurus do not do things so that we don't notice. They do things so that we do notice. I'm happy they're okay, but if I was James, I would still be a bit wary of Tati. And I think he always will be, and that's okay. Like, that's completely normal. You know what I mean? Like, she did him bad. If I were in James's position, I would lose all contact with her. But this is James's decision. And we gotta respect that. It's his choice. And yeah, at the end of the day, we have to realize that we aren't James, so we can't make that decision for him. If he chooses to forgive her, then why can't we? Tati might have been fed lies, but she knew what she was doing, calling him up, whatever. And it really being about them stupid vitamins. I can't believe this started as vitamin drama. I think James should really stay away, but I guess it's good that they are not fighting at the minute. I agree. Someone said good for them. It tells me that there is at least some truth to what Tati is saying. Now, I completely agree. She said they compared DMs and texts, so maybe they were both played by Jafar and his bird. Can you imagine Jeffrey and then Shane just on his shoulder? I'm happy they're friends again. I feel like Jeffrey and Shane aren't happy about it. I personally feel like Tati spoke the truth and happy they are now together. I think it's awesome. Tati spoke the truth and it's been confirmed by multiple sources, including one talking about the body language and one talking about the natural progression of showing feelings. I don't doubt Tati and haven't 1 second since watching her latest video. Now, I agree. I always said, you know, she made a really big mistake, but you know what? She explains it well, and I do agree with her and I believe her. Take with that what you will. P.S. The heat on Jeffrey needs to get turned up now. I fully agree. Shane is just as guilty, but Jeffrey is even more of a, in my opinion. Jeffrey is just so good at getting the heat taken off him, and I agree. I feel like this confirms a lot of the things Tati said in her video. Like, I agree, James would not refollow her if she lied again. I don't trust Tati. What she did was wrong, and I get that James wants to forgive her, but I could never. I agree. I understand where you're coming from, but if James can forgive her, then we should. In my opinion, anyway. If I were James, I would not associate myself with Tati again. I think I wouldn't either. Although I would give her the benefit of the doubt. Trust is like a broken glass, as what Lady Gaga says. Lady Gaga, I love you. I'm seeing her in Paris next year and I could cry thinking about it. I'm glad they're friends again, but they might only be doing this for joint publicity and getting more positive attention on themselves with everything going on again. And you know what? This world is shady that could be a possibility. It does reinforce somewhat of truth in her statement in her breaking my silence video, and I do agree, like, he wouldn't follow if it was that lies. I'm happy they're friends again and have moved past everything that happened last year, but James should be careful and not fully trust her again. I do agree, and I hope he's smart enough, I think he is, to not fully trust her again. At least until they have at least another 2 years of friendship. Good for them, even though it's a bit performative, I do agree. And they chose to unfollow each other in the first place, yeah. I think it's great, given all that happened between them, I think they never should have unfollowed each other in the first place. They're unleashing their inner lawsuit, sister. Good for them, the maturity we need. It's healthier than everything. I'm super impressed with James being so mature and moving past it with Tati. I don't know if I could ever forgive her. Yeah, and I agree. I think he's gonna forgive her, but then just never be as close as what he was with her. Maybe networking rather than friends, because I wouldn't trust her. And it's nothing on him being shady, not trusting her again. Like, who would trust someone who did that? She tried to ruin his career. It's really a big F you to shamelessly delusional and Voldemorphy, isn't it? Those usernames. James should not trust her as much as he used to. Acquaintances, not friends, exactly what I said. It shows that they've both moved on from the manipulations of Jeffree Starburst. I think it's a way of James showing his support for Tati without getting super involved, and honestly props to him. Now I do agree that could be it also. After what happened last year with Voldemorphy and Grease Dawson, no wonder he doesn't want to get involved, yeah. Oh my god, the nicknames, y'all are so annoying. That means they forgave each other and we love to see it. I think that forgiveness is good in James's part. And I think the more people that team against Shane and Jeffree, the better. Hold them accountable, sis. I'm happy for them. I think Tati has really apologized to James. I hope she admitted that she was just salty about the gummy bear brand not being promoted or whatever. I think Tati went too far, but never had the intention of making the drama that high. Therefore, they have apologized and are slowly becoming friends again. I'm glad Jeffree and Shane are being called out for their behavior. I really wish the best for James and Tati. I'm so glad James is getting the true redemption he deserves. P.S. I love your videos. Thank you, Phoebe. I don't think Tati is totally innocent in this, but aligning herself again with James is a power move. James will be one of the biggest influencers out there. once Jeffree is finally out. They've both been through a lot, and now that Tati cleared publicly the situation and in private with James, yeah, that's important, public and private, it was obvious they were going to follow each other again. Indeed, they're on the same side now against Shane and Jeffree's manipulation. It shows James is actually a good person. I'd still hold a grudge. I think I would too. Honestly, good for them. I think they both grew and mature. The situation forced them to, yeah. Going through something that traumatic literally would have forced them to grow up and realize their actions have really bad consequences. I don't buy it. James is trying to make himself look good by forgiving Tati, and Tati is using the fact he accepted her apology as a way to make herself look better. We can't say anything since, hey, the primary victim forgave her, right? Right. James is such a good person and he is so mature. He forgave the woman who tried to end her career. He is so beyond good, you guys. Kinda BS, I don't buy it. Strange, I don't know how he could ever forgive her. All she wants is fame for cash. Thank God some people are acting like adults. It goes to show that James is a good person and forgave her. They're publicly supporting each other and I'm here for it. It's weird to me that they're so friendly given what Tati did. Yeah, it's so weird. James is so mature. And he's way more mature than me, because if Tati apologized to me, I would have straight up laughed in her face. No matter if she was manipulated or not, she still holds the same blame. And I think that's a conversation in itself. I know that they were both manipulated and played though. The forgiveness is good on their part, but Tati is acting like she was fully manipulated into making an entire video that drove him close to doing something to himself. She made that video and decided to upload it. Period. She didn't go to James to talk, she decided to drag him in front of the whole internet. 55 million people. I feel like she's not taking enough accountability for her actions, and again, that is another conversation. What do you think about that? And I'll read one more. They're definitely trying to make a statement by following each other during this time. It will be amazing if they do film a video together and break down step by step what happened when Dramageddon 2 was going down. Now, they might do a video in a year's time from now, the way Manny can talk about Dramageddon 1 now, like 2 years later, they might do that. I can't see them doing one soon though, I don't know. They might. Congratulations on hitting so many subscriber milestones to reach— Oh, you're talking to me, I thought you were talking to them, thank you. That was so sweet. Okay, you know what, there's so many other ones, but I'm just gonna like give a general gist now because I think we got it. In my opinion, I do believe that Tati is very sorry, and I do believe her apology would have been sincere to James. I think he has forgiven her, but will never be her best friend again. I think they'll network and probably do collabs. I can definitely see them doing collabs in the future. And the first collab they do will be huge. I'm proud of them for being mature, but also this does seem like something that will be to save face, and so James has forgave her, so her apology is a little bit more sincere, and James is telling the truth because he's supporting her video. So it does seem to work both ways. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video, and bye. Mwah.